Well, good morning, everybody. It's Barb Katie here again today, and my focus is on the quirky letter Q with the little curly Q at the bottom. It's definitely not like any other letter in the alphabet, but it is definitely worthy of our attention. As I was preparing to chat with you, I got a message from a friend who sent me May It Be, which is a song by Enya. She is one of my very favorite singers. She writes most of her own songs and always has interesting lyrics and music. I find her music calming, freeing, and soothing. Uh, That song was followed almost immediately from a subscription to the quote of the day that I have, which comes from people in all walks of life. Some are famous, some aren't, but the quotes are always interesting and inspiring. Today's quote called up the need to begin each day's journey of discovery in a calm, quiet state of mind. It was as if I was being sent a message to be still and listen carefully to my inner voice, to spend time reflecting on what is happening in all aspects of my life, not necessarily to find solutions for everything, but to at least be aware of all that is going on within and around me. I find the quantity of things piled on my plate lately is getting pretty full. Uh, and I've been getting a sense of, I guess, being a little bit overwhelmed, which does not happen to me very often. Uh, it's been such a flood of input that I find myself actually beginning to quit responding as fully and beginning to react instead. Uh, and I don't really enjoy reacting to things. I'd rather give it a considered response. Um, I find reaction happens often way too quickly. And when you act in haste, you repent in leisure. So that's not one of my favorite ways to go through life. It can lead me straight into a quagmire of confused thoughts where I muck around trying to sort out the quandary caused by the overload jumping from one demand to another really quixotically without giving it enough considered thought. I began having qualms about what priorities I've made and actually questioning the order in which I have placed them. I really wish there was an alarm that would sound automatically at such times, signaling that it's time to quit for a moment. Take time to breathe in and out deeply for at least 10 times to sort of let go of it all minutely for a minute and just for a second relax. I need to quit quibbling and quarreling with myself about the need to get everything done. I don't need to get everything done every day, all the time. That's actually quite unrealistic given the flux that many of our days are in. It's very unlikely we're going to get everything done every day. Um, and then I need to think about am I willing to ask for help? Um, I'm not real good at that. I don't know if you are, but I struggle with asking for help. I really feel like I should be able to handle whatever life throws my way. And often I would be so much better off if I reached out a hand. And here, particularly in a support group, you would think that automatically we would be eager and willing to reach out our hands to others and ask for help. I tend to feel that what we are really good at is offering a hand of help rather than asking for one when we are in need. And that's something to really actively consider as we move through each and every day we have and evaluate how our journey is going and how we could effectuate more progress. Maybe I could consider placing myself in quarantine for a few days. And I just tell other people in my family sometimes it's their turn to step up, that I need a break. Uh, there are many things on my to-do list. Uh, Also, when I really get to looking at it, that are at best quasi important, I could just let them go for a while. Uh, if they are not making a significant positive impact on the quality of life of the person for whom they are intended, why am I keeping them on my helping others list? Do I just need a feeling of being useful to that person and value that? Or would they actually be relieved if I stepped away for a while and didn't try to help them quite so much? So these are just, a few of the little thoughts that I've been having uh, as I've been taking a moment here to reevaluate today uh, how my life journey is going. I'm actually think that I may have met my quota as a good deed doer for a while. And I think I need a refill. Uh, So it may be time to actually cue the quiet moments that are so important in keeping us focused and refreshed and filled with positive energy. It is not possible to be there for everybody else all the time and have anything left over to restore oneself. I think my dad uh, always comes to mind when I think of this because he so often said, you cannot give from an empty heart. You have to make sure that your heart is full so that you can continue to give as you are needed. Uh, and that actually is not a selfish concept. It is a concept that allows you to continue to find your generosity and your giving nature. Uh, and this is so important as we try to live our best lives, uh, our happiest, healthiest lives as well. Uh, you can actually deplete yourself of your joy and your happiness if you keep on giving when the reserves are about to run out. I find that it's really important to schedule a quiet time to contemplate setting some type of a signal, maybe a quota signal, uh, where you can actually see what is most important to you and take that break that you may need. Uh, Find a quiet spot to let go. Uh, for me, it's usually somewhere outdoors, and maybe in a park where I'm surrounded by trees and the sounds of the birds, the animals, the insects. And the insects here have been sort of noisy because we've had a lot of cicadas this year. Um, but I need to make time for me to just sit and be myself and catch up with myself. Sometimes I think I'm a chicken running around with her head chopped off, going nowhere as fast as I possibly can. In the quest for living our best lives, the quality of life we are shaping for ourselves has key importance. It isn't just the quantity of things we accomplish or how quickly we do for others that is important. I cannot do all things for everyone else all the time without losing myself. And I don't think anyone else has that ability either. That definitely is not living my happiest, healthiest life. It's probably living my most stressful, exhausted life. In the poem, and I'm sure many of you remember it, called Don't Quit, uh, you will find all kinds of reminders that we are worth the effort it takes to keep pursuing our dreams. We need to make sure we have the energy to go that distance. Uh, I have and will stumble and fall as I continue my journey. This is not a quick sprint of some kind. It is the journey of a lifetime, and I will continue to need quiet time as I continue along this path. I will have lots more queries and questions as I travel. Sometimes there's so much quacking and squawking that I can't even think clearly enough to determine my best life goals, let alone how to attain them. I need to make time to establish a life of qualifiers for my best life targets. Um, I need, as I continue this quest I'm on, to remember that quiet moments are essential part of the journey. So guess what? Uh, my word for today that sticks out the most is quiet. Take time for you this week. Build it into your busy schedule. You are important to so many people. So many people depend on you for so many diverse things. Uh, Make sure you take the best care of you possibly can. And let me know uh, what you did to carve out some special time and space just for yourself this year or this week. Um, I choose quiet for my personal positive vocabulary for this week. And I hope that you will find a word that begins with Q that is significant for you. Keep empowering yourself each day. Please take a moment, if you would, to record the word or the words you come up with for the letter Q that represent uh, an important part of your personal positive vocabulary and add it to your PPV list. Also, if you could, please share with us that word or words in the comments below. So go out, have a quality day, maybe even quietly. Talk to you later. Bye for now.